Welcome back to Absolutely the Best Podcast, A Work in Progress. I'm Zach. With me today is my good friend George.
Hey.
And we are pleased to have with us today, finally, after many attempts to get our schedules to work out and many attempts to get the recording to work out today, from Nerds of Broadcast, one of my favorite podcasts, by the way. It's the Let's Play Princess, Miss Phoebe Stanton.
Hello.
How you doing
everyone
today?
today?
We are good. I am good. I won't speak for George, I guess. How are you?
Good.
Great.
I'm about ready to go to bed, but I can stay up for this.
All right. Well, we'll try to be quick.
Whereabouts are you, Phoebe?
So I'm originally from Massachusetts, but I decided 8 years ago to go on a journey of self-discovery and move to Nebraska.
Oh.
Worst mistake I ever made.
You can't move back?
No, I can move. It's just we're saving up money to move somewhere else.
Right.
But yeah, I've been up since like 9 o'clock yesterday because overtime, night shift works.
Yeah. Yes. So, well, I'm glad that you could make the time for us today. This is actually a really good time for me to record, other than my kids will probably be loud and interrupt a few times, but that's fine.
That's completely fine.
So this is Series 1, Episode 42, and today we are talking about The Fantastic Four, First Steps, out in theaters now. This is just a quick take. We'll need to rewatch it a few times after it hits streaming to do our full review and give it the ranking treatment. But for now, we'll give some highlights and lowlights and probably a preliminary ranking at the end. And we'll save the more in-depth writer, director, cast talk for the full review episode at a later date. I'm sure we'll talk about the cast at least a little bit, but we're not going to focus on that specifically. There will probably be a little bit of spoiler-free talk, and I actually do have a couple of things I want to get to before we talk about Fantastic Four. But then once we get into the discussion, spoiler alert, you better have watched this or stop listening, because I'm not going to try to hold anything back. It's too difficult. And we're not going to release this for, I think, 3 weeks. So people should have had plenty of time to see it. I guess to start on the spoiler-free discussion, so this has come up a bunch of times, and I realize we've never actually addressed this, I think, on the show, George. Everybody says, well, you do a Marvel podcast. And I'm like, well, we're covering the MCU now, but this is not a Marvel podcast. Right now we're talking about the MCU. And I don't think we ever took the time to explain, I don't read comic books. I never have read comic books. I don't know. I never give them a chance, so I can't say they're not my thing, but it doesn't seem interesting to me. And for the most part, I don't like fantastical superhero stuff, but I love so much of the MCU, and you and I have talked so much about the MCU that I thought we could have an interesting discussion about it, because you are a comic book guy, right?
I am.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I guess I don't know if I'm. Yeah. It was more fun to me than reading the Bible.
Okay, if I had the choice, yes, I would go with comic books. If I had to make that choice, sure. And Phoebe, you are a comic book kind of person, right?
I'm a general nerd. I've got a Gundam model kit behind me, or 8 of them.
Ooh.
But yeah, I've got a bunch of comics in the other room, but my main superhero stuff is Hellboy.
Nice.
But I have read some Marvel in the past. Really, the only big thing I've touched with the Fantastic Four would be the mini-series Marvels.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
So Marvels is I think it's a 4-issue miniseries, but it's pretty much 1940s to 50s Earth. And all of the heroes are starting to come out, as well as the villains, and you're getting it from the viewpoint of a news reporter like Jimmy Olsen.
Okay. That does sound interesting.
Oh, is that the Alex Ross series?
It might be. Let me look that up real quick.
The art style was very realistic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, it was Alex Ross.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
I
one.
always think of him as Kingdom Come, isn't he?
Yes, Kingdom Come is one of my all-time favorite.
See, I've always wanted to read that. We're not here for DC, are we?
Yeah. No, but you should. It's an amazing series. I love that one.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just wanted to point that out. The show is about ranking stuff, and right now we're ranking the MCU. The next item I have in the agenda is we got an email from Majors regarding the Meet Joe Black episode. He says, "What's up?"
your,
Just
your favorite movie.
my favorite movie.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh, that was not a good time. But he says thanks for the extra outro with the Family Guy bit. I don't know if you haven't listened to the episode at the end, but in the episode I was talking about how when he came up with the name Joe Black, it was like in Family Guy when Peter's looking around trying to come up with a fake name and he sees the P and then the woman crying and then a griffin flies through. He's like Peter Griffin, right? So
Oh, that's just like a ripoff of The Usual Suspects, the Kaiser Soze
oh yeah,
bit.
yeah. But at the end of that episode, I put that Family Guy clip in with a bunch of stills to try to like sync it up. So he also said all the death talk reminded him of the TV show Dead Like Me with Mandy Patinkin.
Oh, that's just great.
I haven't seen it.
It's good.
I had heard of it, but so, yeah, it's good. Okay, I might have to check it out. So,
Amazon Prime.
oh, okay, cool. Well, count me in then. I like Mandy Patinkin, so hard to go wrong there. That's it on Major's email. It was pretty short, but it was good to hear from him. It's been a while. Now, turning our attention to the Fantastic Four, before we get into the newest movie, where do we all stand with the previous Fantastic Four movies?
Sucked, and sucked.
I never had a problem with the 2005 one. I think it's pretty
Right.
fun, but Rise
Same.
of the Silver Surfer, I was like, eh. Didn't watch the 2015 one.
Don't.
Had no reason to. And I would love to watch the 94 one at some point.
Okay, I was going to ask if you were because George skipped right over that one. I haven't seen it. It's apparently I think you can watch it for free on YouTube. I think.
That's not surprising.
Yeah. I mean,
I've
there's
seen
no
the special
reason
effects, and it's mind blowing how well they make Human Torch look.
in the '94 one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into it. I pretty much agree with you on the 2005. I thought it was better than totally fine. It was good. I would say it was average to decent. I really like Michael Chiklis and obviously Chris Evans. I don't know if it holds up, but I'm probably not gonna bother to figure that out. And then yeah, Rise of the Silver Surfer was not that great, if I recall correctly. And I did watch that 2015 one, and it is atrocious. It is really bad. So don't bother with that one.
So there isn't. So you don't think that there's a hidden director's cut from Josh Trank? Because that director did. Oh crap! What was that first movie that Michael B. Jordan that movie
Oh,
Chronicle?
yeah.
That was really good.
Chronicle's good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I liked it. So, well, my understanding was they only had like 2/3 of the movie written when they started making it, and then they like switched writers uh, like during production, and so that's
Fantastic.
why the third act or the last third of the film um, seems very disjointed and doesn't really fit with the rest of the movie. So I don't really recall much about it other than I didn't enjoy it.
So, like, my big connections with the Fantastic Four outside of comics would be the cartoons, growing up with the 90s one, and then growing up in the teens with the Nicktoons Network one, the one that kind of looks like anime.
It was an anime one.
Yeah, it's only about 12 episodes, but they do fight Galactus at the end. They have a Mole Man episode. They go through a bunch of the different things. They
Hmm.
even have an episode where I think it's Johnny leaves, but one of them leaves and they make a new Fantastic Four team with She-Hulk.
Oh, nice. I
Oh, they
like
do that in the
She-Hulk.
comic books. Well, not
Yeah, because
the new
doesn't
one, but she's
not Superman, Spider-Man also join every once in a while?
he's an honorary member, I believe.
He's the fifth Fantastic Four.
I think somebody took a
Sixth,
sabbatical.
because you have Herbie.
Oh, right.
Don't
Herbie's great.
disrespect Herbie.
Would never. I
Oh,
would never
Herbie.
disrespect Herbie. Um, so let's talk a little bit about the movie going experience. George, you want to go first on this one?
Sure. I saw this one as one of my birthday movies. that I saw with a bunch
Nice.
of a dad group that we had over here, and we were the only ones there, and it was a 10:45 showing, and my
Oof.
my wife was
10:45
like,
in the
"You're all
morning?
gonna fall asleep."
Okay.
PM. Was it had to be after the kids fell asleep, but
Right.
my wife was betting that we were all gonna fall asleep through it since it was so late for us. Um, and she wasn't wrong. One of us did fall asleep through
Was it you?
parts of it. No, it wasn't me.
Okay.
I woke. I did whatever I could to make sure I stayed awake. But it wasn't that hard. It was a very enjoyable movie. I liked it a lot. Just not as much as I was hoping to, since I'd damn the internet for like me reading too many. It was better than Superman takes.
I didn't see
And
that. Well,
so
I was avoiding all reactions.
yeah.
I would not have, while I did like it better than Superman, I would not have expected people to say that because I know I'm the odd man out on the Superman review. I didn't hate it for the record, but I didn't enjoy it that much. Phoebe, what about you? How was your movie going experience? I know it's hard for you to get out to the theater.
I was gonna say the theater is just super expensive at this point, but we went to a 6:55 showing. I probably got like an hour and a half of sleep before then,
Oof.
and it was me, my roommate, and their kid. And I had no hope for this movie, seeing all the different trailers, so I was honestly surprised with how much I liked it.
I wish I'd gone in with that.
So I stopped watching the trailers after the first one. I was like, okay, sorry, my kid's slamming doors. I was like, okay, you know, I think this looks like it has potential, but I don't want to see too much. I don't want to get spoiled, and B, I don't want to be tired of it before I actually watch it. And actually, George and I went to see a movie when he was visiting a while ago, and they had the preview for Fantastic Four. I was like, I got to leave. Just got up and walked out for a few minutes. Uh, Came back just in time, I think. But yeah, so I went on my birthday with my wife for a lunchtime show at the Fancy Theater. That's how she rolls. And I don't mind doing it that way. There was a bunch of kids that showed up at the last second that sat right in the row in front of us. They're like probably 10 to 12. And I was worried that that was going to be a problem. But for the most part, they were pretty quiet. There was one kid who kept throwing popcorn up in the air and trying to catch it in his mouth, and the other kid laughing at him. That was kind of annoying. But overall, it was a good experience. And I don't regret going to see it in the theater like I did with
You
28 years later.
you didn't threaten them with clobber in time.
No,
Zach only says on the cartoons.
that's right. Okay, so let's get into the for sure spoilers territory now. Last warning for the listeners: we're not holding back. So if you haven't seen the movie, you should go. I would recommend seeing it. And let's get into it. Who wants to go first? Okay.
You go first. You enjoyed it so much. You go first.
All right, that's fine. I loved the first 30 minutes. I really liked the design, like the style of it. It was kind of like 60s future, like what people thought the future would look like in the 60s, right? Like when you were in the 60s, this is what the future looks like. Something about that really appeals to me. Pedro Pascal was great as expected. I like that they didn't go too wild with the gray hair and the temples that Reed always has, because I feel like in the other ones it's like a big white patch, right? And this is just barely a touch of gray.
Yeah, and it was nice not seeing him be the same typecast that he normally gets, because I always feel like he's a very neutral voiced person whenever he's in something like The Mandalorian or The Last of Us.
Hmm.
Um, like I'm the weirdo who goes, "Yeah, watch Wonder Woman in '84 because of Pedro Pascal. Don't watch it for anything else. That movie is awful,
Yeah,
but
I'll
he
give you
makes
that.
the movie."
Yeah. Yes.
So whenever he actually gets to play with his emotions, I think he does an extremely good job.
Okay. So yeah, I agree with you there. Because when you kind of said he was neutral, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like he's always like gruff and tough, which to
That's
me,
what I mean,
yeah,
like,
which is to
I
me,
don't want I guess I don't mean
right.
neutral,
And
but
so
yeah, you're right. Rough and tough and, like, a more lower tone.
yeah, yeah. And in this, I feel like he was a lot more in touch with his feelings and like aware of aware of his um like his mental state, I guess, so to speak, which I think is a lot more like Pedro Pascal is in real life because he's got a lot of anxiety issues, I think.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, there was something about that, like,
Supposedly.
yeah. So if you see him, like being interviewed, oftentimes with his co-stars, like there was a clip. There's more than one clip recently with more than one co-star, but the more recent one was Vanessa Kirby, who plays Sue Storm, and if she's like rubbing the back of his neck or rubbing his hand or something like that, and people are like, "Oh, are they together?" And it's like, no, she just knows that he has anxiety, and she's calming him down. So there was like kind of a big deal made of that, and for the most part, I feel like it was on the positive side of being a big deal, but some people were just like, "Oh, he's got to grow up." Which, like, man,
Yeah.
people have anxiety. Like the world sucks.
Yeah, everything's rough right now, but paparazzi's got a paparazzi.
Right, right,
A good chunk of the people that say that stuff.
exactly. Yes. Well, I mean, that's how it always is. It's every what's the every admission or no every
Confession or admission is a
uh
confession.
no no yeah I'm missing the right word there though. Every accusation is a confession. It's kind of like that,
Right.
right? Or like every critique
Guilty
in this
until
case,
proven innocent.
right? So, anyways, so I really the first 30 minutes awesome. I like the whole backstory exposition stuff. I feel like it warranted that. Sometimes, like with the first Spider-Man movie in the MCU, they just kind of skipped over his origin, which is fine because everybody's seen it a bunch of times. But here, I mean, I guess we've seen other Fantastic Four movies, but I like the
Yeah,
way.
and that's because we're in Terror, right? Right.
Totally, yeah. Say whatever you
All
want.
right. So, George, you actually read the comics and everything. Um, Doom is normally part of the group when they go up, right?
Yeah. That's why he has that mask.
I'm wondering why he has the mask in this iteration because he didn't go up with them. It was just the four of them.
Did they say he didn't go up with him?
They
I
only say it's the four.
Oh,
They didn't even address Doom in this until the
yeah.
stinger, right?
They showed the empty seat at the UN with Latveria, and then the very end of
Oh,
the movie, which roommate thinks is Franklin healing his face.
oh, that would be interesting.
But then what causes his face to be like that if it's not the cosmic radiation?
Maybe he just likes the mask after that.
I
I
thought
don't
there
know.
was some instances where because Doom's also into magic, and he like taps into all kinds of dimensional
Yeah, his
magic
mom's a
sometimes.
witch, isn't she?
Yeah, so I mean, I think there's one variation where like that's how he got the scars, just
Okay.
something that backfired. So maybe this is a take on that. I figured we would see during Doomsday, which
Right,
hopefully
right.
comes soon or can't come soon enough.
Is that supposed to be 20? Is it supposed to be 2026 or is it like
Think it's next year.
2027?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to keep my expectations low. Try not to spoil anything for myself, but let's see what else. I liked the mole man thing at the beginning. And go ahead.
I could not stop thinking about Cobra Kai because that's where I saw that
Thank
guy from.
you, Stingray.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I was like, oh god, it's Stingray.
I only ever
And
saw
he's
the first
literally
season.
just replaying Stingray.
Yeah, it's just Stingray with weird glasses. Sorry,
I
you
didn't
didn't
see
see
it.
Cobra Kai. Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw the
okay.
first season, I think. I think I got through the first season and then I just kind of dropped off. But
It gets better.
I like that they brought him back later, Mole Man. They brought him back at the end of the movie. That was cool.
Check off subterranean
Yes,
territory.
exactly.
Yeah.
um, just in general, don't. I didn't really like the design of Ben Grimm like as the thing,
Oh,
but
I loved it.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say I enjoyed it. I think the 2015 one, just seeing the trailers was off, but
oh,
he is like a
I'm not
more
saying that's
comic
better.
accurate version.
So
And I don't watch The Bear, but I have seen the Punisher TV show,
yeah,
and that guy's always gonna be my version of Microchip.
yeah, yeah. So that was. That's something that always bothers me is when they reuse actors for a different role in the MCU. But he's in a suit most of the time for this, so I guess, or I don't know if it's a suit. I guess he's CGI most of the time for this. But yeah, so while I was watching it, I was like, I don't know, I don't like the design where he's got like the brow, and then later on I realized, oh well, that's how he looks in the comic book. So I was like, all right, that makes more sense.
Yeah, and then he rocks that beard.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that was cool. I love the beard. I love them throwing that in there.
Mm. Does he ever have that in the comics?
Usually he's clean shaven. But like there's a series because I think from what I remember, it's like for every human year, for every 52 years, human years, it's 1 year for him since he ages way slower
Oh, okay, so it
than
takes him
a
a long
regular
time to
human.
grow a
Yeah,
beard.
because that's one of the only other comics of theirs I've read is when Reed's traveling to the future and seeing Ben's life over thousands of years.
Yeah, he's like near immortal, basically.
And then he finally sees Ben on his deathbed, so he travels back to the present and decides to have a beer with Ben. Like, hey, you're my best friend, right? It's a really cute
Yeah,
issue.
Huh.
I gotta read that one.
Isn't Ben just kind of like a person covered in rocks, and he's like super strong, right?
So I think it's based off of what universe, because sometimes it's the rocks are an outer shell, but sometimes everything, his organs even, are turned into rock.
Okay. I was just asking because he only has 4 fingers. I was like, well, which 2 fingers got stuck together in the rocks? I don't know. That was something that stood out to me.
The two middle fingers.
I guess that would make the most sense. But uh and then so speaking of reusing actors, the Galactus actor also had a bit part in Guardians of the Galaxy as a Ravager pilot, but I didn't even remember him from that. So again,
Oh,
easy to overlook that one.
he's just always going to be Final Fantasy 16's Sid to me.
I don't
I didn't see that one.
I don't know Final Fantasy. That's a game, George.
No, I know.
Okay. Yeah, I've never played a Final Fantasy game. Although I kept calling Fantastic Four Final Fantasy.
You
So I'll
didn't watch
probably
the that one CGI Final Fantasy movie?
Oh,
nope.
Advent Children or the Spirits Within?
The
Spirits
Spirits
Within
Within,
is
I
what
think it
I think
was.
you're talking about. Yeah, but
Yeah,
no,
the
I
one with
didn't.
the uncanny valley, because with the characters kissing each
Yeah,
other and
that's
stuff.
Spirits Within.
Let's see. Who else? Anybody else wanna chime in here? Otherwise, I can just keep going. I
I
got a lot of
think
notes.
Joseph Quinn playing Johnny was amazing.
I liked him. Yeah, I don't know him from anything else.
Watch Stranger Things. He's a character named
Oh,
Eddie in the last season that aired.
oh, okay.
He's
He look,
one of the best characters in that season.
is it me or does he look a lot like Robert Downey Jr. in like the when he was de-aged in that one Iron Man
Oh,
movie?
yeah, I can see that a little bit. I can see that. I also thought it looked a little bit like Tom, the guy who plays Bane, and
Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Hardy.
Thank you. I thought it looked a little bit like Tom Hardy, a little less puffy. Tom
Oh,
Hardy.
yes, Batman.
Yeah, he was good. I liked him as Johnny Storm. And I thought that was a good character in general. He was able to contribute there in the end by deciphering the language. Where did those records come from? George didn't like that. What? Tell me what.
He was they were recording they were recording those transmissions because they were receiving them and then
Okay.
they were turning them into those records.
Right, right.
Yeah,
I love that, by the way, the making a record instead of just recording it on tape or something.
yeah.
I
I
do like
think
that
that
it's a
there
golden
was
record because of the whole Voyager thing.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
pretty cool. I think I had a hard time because maybe I think that there was I read recently that there's like a comic book that kind of goes into their backgrounds a little bit more, just that was released just before the movie. Um, but the whole part where it's like, hey, I went to space with the smartest minds on the planet, who just happened to be my girlfriend, her brother, and who doesn't like seem to demonstrate any kind of aptitude outside of like being a smartass, and a comedic comedic guy, and then my BFF who happens to be the best pilot, and and then all of a sudden he translates an entire language, an alien language, off of just one phrase that she had told him meant,
No,
"Hey, this is what I meant."
I actually like that because I personally wouldn't bring a bunch of random people that I knew out to space with me because you kind of need to know how astrophysics works and the actual controls of a spaceship. So the fact that they know how to control that spaceship, the Excelsior, means that they are intelligent. So I do like that they gave them an IQ boost for this. Like they're all kind of on an even playing field.
Well, and I think that him marrying Sue Storm and being best friends with Ben Grimm, and they happen to be like his astronaut friends, whatever. That is easy to accept because maybe they weren't best friends and husband and wife at first. They were just working together, right? And they became close as they worked. Having Johnny Storm, yeah, having Johnny Storm, kind of like tag along or whatever. I mean, that one I have a little trouble defending, but again, I didn't really have any issue with it.
Yeah, I read somewhere that he's actually the mission specialist, and that's so this was like background I didn't realize until like I had dug into it a little bit
Mhm.
more. But he's actually like a mission specialist, and she is, I forget what her role was, but she's also like really up there in terms of like her role as part of the team. And like Ben's just the amazing pilot and stuff. So they do all have very highly specialized abilities, but I didn't get that if I hadn't like read up more on like how they ended up being there.
No, I get that. I mean, I think I also didn't get that, but I also didn't have that complaint, so it wasn't an issue for me, which is unlike me.
Oh,
I know,
crap.
that's why I was like, man, you really like this movie.
Yeah, I did. Kind of mentioned Herbie earlier. I had my doubts as to whether or not I was going to like this robot character, and I don't know why I doubted because it's adorable. The only character I liked more than Herbie was the baby because I'm a little bit baby crazy.
Because baby's so
Did you like
cute.
did you like the face opening and then he inserting the new tape?
Yes,
Oh,
that was
yeah, the
amazing. That was so cool.
That's so
cassette
cool.
replacement being his
Yeah.
face is
Yeah,
amazing,
that
and I
was
love that it's all practical effects.
yeah. Oh, was it practical?
It's all
Nice.
practical.
Yeah, that's great.
That's so awesome.
I want to get a hold of the actual robot. Then we're gonna break into whatever studio in Hollywood and take it.
I wanna get the
Um,
Lego version of that when it comes out.
oh, yeah,
Are they
that's
making a
coming.
logo version?
There's got to be one coming,
They
right?
have to.
Oh, no.
There
It
better
would be
be.
stupid if they don't.
Yeah, I would totally get that. And it's got to have the tapes that pop out, just like with Soundwave. Let's see. Let's talk about Galactus a bit. Or is that jumping too far ahead? I guess we just jump around. But so I knew nothing. Well, other than it from the other movies, I didn't really know anything about this Galactus going into it because very specifically trying to avoid seeing it. I liked the design. I thought it was cool. What I really liked was he just has an insatiable hunger. Like he's been cursed with this insatiable hunger, and that's his driving force.
That is
And
comic accurate.
it's very simple and easy to understand. And I don't know, something about that I liked. I guess because I like to eat. So
I
I kind of
I
understand.
I do love that the trailer spoils nothing. Like, none of the trailers spoil that they go to space. Everything is on Earth.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I wasn't watching the trailers. So when they go to see him, essentially way out in space, he looks huge. Like you can't really tell how big he's supposed to be. But then later on, when he comes down to Earth, he's is he taller than all the buildings, or is he just
Yeah,
taller
he's
than?
taller than every single
Okay,
building.
and like I think George, did you see it in IMAX or
No.
no?
I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to, but
Did you
no.
see it in IMAX, Phoebe?
No.
Okay, because I'm curious. I'm curious if that part worked better because sometimes it just seemed um like he was walking past a table with half buildings on it, right? Like the scale didn't quite make sense to me, and I'm wondering if you could have seen more of the picture because the IMAX would be taller, right? I'm wondering if you could see more of the picture. Would it have looked more convincing? So, and I guess in general, when they first showed him on screen, he was so big, and they talk about him like eating planets. I was like, okay, he can just pick up a planet like it's an apple and eat it. So that was the size, like the scale of him to me. And then he's obviously much
Now
smaller
that
than that.
is also comic accurate because George, you can confirm he can change sizes, can he?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
when they first meet up with him, he's like ridiculously huge
Right.
in
Okay.
the spaceship, the one that came out of that one planet. And then yeah, when he came down, he actually shrunk. But I still thought he should have. I wouldn't have. If I were him, I wouldn't have shrunk that much because I wouldn't care about those buildings. I just
Right. I
wanted
mean, you're
the
just going to
baby.
eat it.
Yeah,
Right?
but he seemed to be very considerate version, so he shrank enough to fit between the streets and stuff.
I guess. Yeah. You don't want to stub your toe in a building.
Yeah.
I think one of the things, the nitpicks I have was they're using Franklin, who is, it's been established that there's something special about the baby. And they're using the baby who's still an infant as bait to try to lure Galactus into this portal, right? To send him far, far away. Uh, and then they do this, they switch out the baby carrier, right? Why didn't they put a dummy in the baby carrier? That was
We were thinking
I
the
was like,
same thing, and then
come
he
on,
does the
man.
scan eyes anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I was thinking they should have just teleported the baby to the building because yeah, he's the guy can scan it with his eyes and he can tell the baby is not there. So if they just teleported him at the last minute, maybe they would have gotten him
yeah, I mean,
into the thing.
I don't really have so much of an issue with the plan because I don't know if they knew that he had the scan eyes. Oh, I guess he did kind of scan what's her name is Sue's
Stomach.
stomach and when they were in space before. But I don't have a problem so much with the plan, but the execution, like without having the dummy there. My assumption was that they were thinking he'll be so busy fighting us, he won't notice the switch, and he's not going to be like, I'd better scan this again before I walk into that area.
Well, they're
So
so used to dealing with B-list to
yeah,
D-list
that too.
villains that they probably think that any type of plan will work.
That's fair. Yeah, we've skipped over huge parts, but since we're near this part at the end, um, the whole time, the entire time I'm watching the movie, I'm just wondering how are they going to tie this into what we saw at the end of Thunderbolts, right?
They
And
never do.
a little bit, but the thing that was sticking out in my mind, I think you told me, George, that there was a rumor that they were going to lose against Galactus, and that
Yep.
they basically just escape, right? So that would have been really cool. That would have been a dark ending. I understand why they did not do that, but then I thought that maybe they were going to fall through the portal with Galactus, and then that was going to send them somewhere else or something. It would happen to be Earth 616, and then I thought, well, they've sent Galactus somewhere, and oops, it's this other universe, and now it's going to eat this other Earth, and they need to go warn them, right? But I guess it's none of those things. I think Galactus might just be done, or maybe being saved for like way off in the future. But I do like how they finally dispatched of him, and I also I also thought that Shalabal pushed Johnny Storm out of the way to save Galactus, but then she went and pushed him through the portal. So that was a nice little uh, redemption for her. And then she can fly really freaking fast, right? So she could probably just go home
Yeah.
after that, right?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that the Silver Surfer board is pretty much powered by the Power Cosmic as well.
But is it part of her body?
that was such a funny part.
It was great, yeah.
Yeah, I loved that. I loved this version of the Silver Surfer. I like the Norrin Rad look from the old Fantastic Four, but like this Silver Surfer actually used her surfboard, and that was pretty awesome. Like that whole scene where she was chasing them into the black hole and was surfing through I think it's called the accretion disk
Mm-hmm.
of the
Yeah,
black hole. Like
yeah.
that was so sick.
I liked it, even though I had a lot of problems with it. It did look cool.
You could not turn your mind off. Huh?
Right. I'm like, well, like what's making the sound here in space? But yeah, it
The
was
Power
cool.
Cosmic.
It was cool and not overused. So I was just like, I could roll with that. But yeah, normally something like that, I would be like, this is dumb. Uh, I did like the Silver Surfer. and I like the actress Julia Garner, I think her name is. But I didn't like that. It looked like she kind of had on like black lipstick and eyeliner, and her eyes looked more or less
It's
normal. And
stellar polymer.
but I would have preferred all silver, but that's a minor nitpick.
Yeah, I had to turn my brain off too because in my head, like, there's several times where she just phases through the ship,
Yeah,
and part of me was like, why didn't she just phase the entire time and just grab Franklin? But then
yeah,
the movie would be
yeah,
over.
yeah. The plot cannot go that quickly to modify a previous
Listen, a movie's got a
mantra.
movie.
Yeah.
Right?
They're not infallible.
Certainly not. So I'm dumb. And don't think it was till this movie that I realized that Johnny Storm and Sue Storm are siblings.
Really?
I don't think I ever caught that
Congratulations,
from the
Zach.
previous movies. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. They're both named Storm.
Even when, like, Chris Evans would call Jessica Alba sis.
I don't remember. I don't remember it. So I must have known back then and
I don't
forgotten
know.
it.
I have a friend that I call sis, so
There you go. So while I'm being dumb, there's several other things that I think I just finally clued into. So Sue Storm's one of her powers is invisibility. Is this like so? I don't even know how to phrase this, but like there's kind of the old-fashioned thinking where like that women are made invisible, like they're ignored or whatever, right? Is this turning that on its ear and like turning what what is a like a patriarchy negative and making that her superpower? Or am I reading too much into this?
I don't know because it's not our only superpower. She's also
Right,
got the force field projections and everything.
right.
She's kind of just like Emma Frost.
Yeah, yeah,
She generates an invisible field, and then she can apply it to like anything.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm not
I
saying
thought
it's
it would that.
exclusively that. I'm just wondering if
Yeah.
that's kind of where that power is rooted. And I tried to find anything on that I could, but I didn't.
Knowing Stanley and Jack Kirby and the time period in which these characters were created, there's a high possibility.
Right. So yeah, this I was thinking more Jack Kirby, but more than Stan Lee. But
Are you trying to say this movie is woke?
I am trying to say this movie is woke,
God help us
and
all.
I'm okay with that. Uh, but
Did
also
you like did you
sure.
like when she made her when she was able to make, I guess, her shirt and her stomach invisible so they could
That
Oh,
was
nurse
yeah,
the kid?
that was cool.
amazing.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
so
that's
First
handy.
cool.
of all,
I would have just like for 9 months, I would have just stared at that baby.
but
Right?
George,
Same.
to notice about your woke comment, this is a lot better of a 60s than we had in our world.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
so much better. Like, people are actually decent, and like, I was thinking one of my notes was I would not have walked out like in this day and age. I would have just been like, just kill them all. I'll save my kid, kill the
yeah,
planet.
yeah.
You know, and I wouldn't like I've like Reed is such a decent guy. He actually told the truth and was like, he said I had to choose between my kid and you guys, and I said, no, I'm not giving you my kid. And I think probably 9 times out of 10, my bet would be a normal Reed from this universe would be like, yeah, he just said, no, you're all.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even have put it out there that
right,
that
right,
was a choice to save
right.
you guys, to save everybody, right? But but
Don't
Pedro
worry, Vanessa
Pascal,
Kirby's speech perfectly helped the situation.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
and that too, right? She could have just made an invisible club and knocked everybody over and said, "No one is taking my kid." But she just and everybody listened to her speech, and then they were on board. So you're to your point, in terms of timeline, is a way more decent like group of humans timeline. Not saying that we can't be, but
Oh, back in the 60s? No.
yeah, yeah.
let's see what else. I thought it wasn't until Galactus had a hold of Reed Richards and was like stretching him out that I was
Mm.
like, he didn't do a whole lot
One
of
of my
stretching in this
gripes.
movie. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
expand on
Part of me
that.
was like, did you not warm up? Did you not stretch enough before you went into battle? Like his power set wise, he should have been able to do that no problem, but it looked like he was in pain and he barely was really stretched. I
I don't
mean,
know.
yeah, a
He looked
normal
pretty
human would have
stretched to
ripped.
me, but I don't know. It
But
was
he's supposed to be able to like flatten his like get really thin, get through stuff and just stretch, but he didn't quite do that here. So I don't
I
know.
now need to know if George knows about the comic where Spider-Man is the only living person left in New York.
Oh, I feel like wait, I feel like I've
It
heard
was a
this one.
horror comic with the Darkhold, and, he's keeping everybody alive by kind of filling them with spider webs so that way they're
Oh,
still
I didn't see
structurally
this one.
sound, and
What?
at the end, he uses Reed Richards as his new spider web stuff.
No, I had no idea about this one. You said there's a dark hole that he's using the dark hole?
Yeah, something happens and it kinda fucks up reality.
I'll have to look this one up.
You
That
mean
sounds pretty.
Peter Parker messed around with magic and it didn't work out great?
Right, yeah, one more day, right?
The Marvel Zombies is is an amusing one. I thought that's what you were talking about for a little bit. But
I am sending a link to Zach.
Okay. I will forward it along. Let's see. I had something else to say. I had a lot of other things to say. So at the end, again, I'm going to jump back to the middle or something at some point, probably. But at the end, when Sue Storm died, again, I went through like several thoughts where I'm like, oh, real stakes, somebody died. And then I was like, I hope they don't do that dumb thing where she's actually okay and she's just like laying there quiet for 2 minutes, right? And then uh, Reed Richards is doing CPR on her. Terrible CPR, by the way. He's doing it up way too high, so that's a nitpick. But then, like right before it happens, I was like, "Oh, the baby is gonna be able to bring her back to life," and it does. And like me and my wife were both sobbing. I don't know why. I was just like, "This is like I should. This is should be stupid," but I'm crying like a baby, like with the baby bringing the mom back to life. And then it clapped. It was so cute. So I don't know. It should have been dumb, but I loved it.
No, and so George can confirm this. My roommate tells me about this stuff because she's a huge Fantastic Four fan, especially Franklin Richards. He's God. Like with a capital
yeah,
G, he is God.
I knew she
Um,
wasn't dead because I was like the babies. You know, I was like, here
yeah,
comes
there's even
Franklin.
a comic panel where it's an older Franklin when he's got full control of his powers, and there are many heralds of Galactus, but Franklin Richards has one herald, and his name is Galactus.
Yep.
I think it easily could have been dumb if they're like, the baby's got to be able to do something, right? But it's just the way that it plays out. Like Reed is trying to resuscitate her, and like they just kind of give up, and then the baby's kind of reaching for her, and you're like, yeah, the baby should be with its mom one last time, right? And then it works out even better than that. I'm getting a little goosebumpy talking about it.
I think you cried because I probably uh, maybe I'm reading too deep into it, but like my favorite part about this movie was how much of a family they actually felt. Like
Yeah,
even
Yeah, they're not a
Ben, even
team.
who's yeah, they're not a team. They're actually like you know like every like you have companies where like everyone's like, hey, we're all family in this company, and that's bullshit.
yeah.
But like this, like even though they're kind of like a superhero team, they're more of a family than they are a team. And and Sue Storm from the get go, like I love the scene where she's trying to kill your nephew. She's trying to take your nephew, kill her. And she and
Yeah,
she like
that's
yells
right.
at him,
Yeah,
and he's like kill the sexy surfer,
yeah.
and he tries
Finally
to.
met someone interesting.
Yeah,
I really like Girls from Space. Oh no.
yeah.
It's
If
just
it
the fact that he's hitting on her the whole time.
I mean, I can't
oh,
blame
you
him.
know, I read somewhere that maybe that would have been one of the reasons why they made Shia LaBeouf the Silver Surfer, because if it was Norrin Rad, then like you know Johnny might not be as interested in trying to decipher the alien language.
They could have made him gay. That would have
That's
worked.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been too woke.
way too woke.
but I also loved Johnny's doing the tell Franklin Uncle Johnny loves him towards the end. there's all these like really feel good, like, hey, this is a family, and they're willing to sacrifice themselves for each other.
See,
That
the
type of
one
feeling.
that happened, uh, was when Sue starts pushing Galactus,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and my roommate's going, "That shouldn't work because it's Galactus." And I'm kind of a mind where, A, her baby is being threatened, so that
Yep.
big burst of adrenaline,
Yep.
but B, maybe I'm crazy on this, but for the majority of the movie, her powers are kind of rainbow shimmered, right? But for that one scene, they're gold shimmered, so maybe the cry of the baby is empowering her
Oh,
with the power cosmic.
that's interesting. I hadn't thought
Didn't think
about
about
that. I
that.
didn't notice the difference in the color of the shimmer. I'll have to pay attention to that on the
I
rewatch.
just thought it was because they were out in the sun.
Oh, God.
Again, I don't really know the background of the characters, but when she was pushing Galactus, I was like, yeah, all right, she's just trying super hard, trying to save her baby. I get it.
But I think it was also because he was surprised. 'Cause I think if he just went intent on like stepping on everybody and getting the baby, he probably could have. But I think he didn't realize they would put up as big of a fight as they did, and so that surprised him. Like even the whole like when he was trying to grab that building and Ben like destroyed the supports for it just to get him off balance.
Oh yeah,
They just they just took him by surprise, I think. But it works. So
yeah. No, like I'm really looking forward to rewatching this one. I'm a little worried I'm gonna have more problems with it, but I
I
just
want you to rewatch it because I want to see. I want to ask you if any of the equations make sense on the blackboard.
when when we were watching the movie, there was one scene where I was like, that just looks like scribbles, which is fine. I would much rather scribbles than stuff that like is just wrong. But yeah, it just looked like symbols and scribbles that didn't make any sense to me
No, if
on
you want
one of them.
accurate math on a board, you have to watch something like Futurama.
Yeah,
Oh, are
actually,
they?
Yeah.
yeah. There's a bunch of nerds that write that show. So and I don't use nerd as a pejorative. I'm also a nerd. I'm a different kind of nerd. I'm like a hard science nerd.
I host a show called Nerds a
Right.
Broadcast. You're fine.
Yes. See, I have the blessing of Queen of the Nerds. I don't know.
Nah, princess. Let's go with
Right, right.
that.
Of course, it's right there. Um, what else? I I've covered a lot of my positives here, and then some of the just the general stuff. Did you guys? Let's see. I don't think what I'm going to talk a little bit about that stinger somewhere because we touched on it a little bit. The Doctor Doom one. The second stinger
It's
was
like the
fine.
cartoon.
Yeah, that was fine. I didn't regret sitting through the credits for that. Sorry, my wife did. Sorry, I just outed my wife. My wife didn't like that we sat through that. Um, but that was fine. But the mid credit stinger I really liked, and I was actually a little worried that something like the baby was going to get stolen, or I guess it's a toddler now, or like 4 years old, I think. But that was really that was cool. What happens? Sue goes to get a different book to read, one that's a little more kid friendly, I think, because
Yeah.
he was reading like
So,
Tolstoy or something.
yeah, real quick, we can swear on the show, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Um, After something so traumatic with a planet-eating monster, maybe don't read your child The Hungry Fucking Caterpillar.
Fair point. Fair point. By the way, so interestingly, when you say "fucking" or if you say "cunt," I will bleep it out. But I do something completely independently. Came up with the idea this around the same time you did. I just use some like a sound that relevant to this. So I'll pick something from the trailer, probably some sound from the trailer, and use it to cover that up.
Fantastic
Oh,
Four.
4, perfect. There you go. You're doing my work for me. I will do that. I've had that stuck in my head, by the way, ever since I saw the movie.
And then the end credits
It's a
play,
great.
and the hunger song also starts
Yes,
playing. It was so thematic and so smart to do.
yeah. I was like, "Well, that's an interesting song. What is it?" And I looked it up because the lyric. Where was the lyric? I had it written down somewhere. Yeah, "Let Us Be Devoured Today." I was like, "Whoa, that's a fitting song," but somebody wrote the song. Andrea Datzman wrote the song for the movie,
Oh, cool.
but I liked it. Yeah,
Wait, that was a song for the movie?
yeah,
I
Because it
didn't know
feels
that.
like something from the '60s. That's
right. Yeah,
wild.
yeah. No, it's a new song. Yeah, that was interesting. Um, Something else you said sparked a memory. I don't remember what it was now. Anyways, so yeah, in that stinger, she goes and gets the hungry caterpillar, and then she comes back. Like there's like a weird sound or something like that. Comes back, and Franklin is facing what is obviously Doctor Doom. Like you just see the mask, and I was just like, "Oh shit!" Like we're already getting into it. It's great, but I guess I didn't realize that that's a year and a half away, probably something like that. So I guess they got to start dropping hints now. And supposedly that was Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, that's awesome.
according to Vanessa Kirby. So
I'm still really
it's
curious
cool.
what they're gonna do with
It's gotta be it's an alternate dimension Tony Stark who
Tony
turned
Stark.
bad. That's the best option. I really hope that
Right?
they're just pissed that everybody immediately guessed it and they're saying, no, that's not it. And then that is
No,
it.
Because I am curious if there's a Tony Stark in that timeline.
so this is gonna be a silly question. Does anybody here watch Star Trek, specifically Star Trek Lower Decks?
I have not seen that show.
I've
I
not seen
watched
Lower Decks.
There is, in the final season, a character who's a clone of one of the main characters, Boimler, and he points out that the multiverse is just the same generic faces over and over.
Mhm.
It's supposed to have infinite possibilities, but you always see the same variants of the same people.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair. I guess if he was a clone, that would be okay. I don't know. I don't know. I hope it's not lame. I really hope it's not lame because I'm totally on board for it if it works out good. And it's the Russos writing and directing, right? Or co-writing and directing.
If
Doomsday?
it is, there's faith in them.
Totally. But this could be like, oh, they should not have bothered coming back. So
If
there's
they do Secret Wars 2, then it'll be good.
I think they are. I think they're supposed to be.
Is that the storyline? It's supposed to be Secret Wars based?
Wait a
So
minute.
it's supposed to be Secret Wars, and when they were doing the Kane stuff, they still kept the Secret Wars name, but Doomsday was instead the Kane Dynasty. So I was like, oh, we're gonna get Beyonder, but now it's probably gonna be the whole Battle Earth stuff.
Yeah, so
I,
it's supposed to be Doomsday, December 18th, 2026, and then Secret Wars a year after that, with
And
a movie in
sometime
between, some movie in between.
around Doomsday, we're getting a new Spider-Man movie,
July 31st next year.
whoa.
which I'm hearing Scorpion is gonna be the main villain for that. So I'm excited.
I hope it's better than the third one.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I like that third one.
I really
Have you
enjoyed that one
rewatched
up
it?
until our podcast.
Yeah. A lot of these fall apart upon rewatching multiple times, especially when you're like, well, like me, where you're almost trying to find fault. Like some of them, like I will freely admit, with Love and Thunder, I was trying not to find fault because I love that movie so much, and everybody else hates it. But
Yeah,
a
no,
lot
that
of
movie was,
these, yeah, a lot of these just you rewatch them and like, I don't know if this works
Listen,
anymore.
Scorpion's one of my 3 favorite Spider-Man villains, so I'm happy. I
He
got my
hasn't
Carnage, I got my Mysterio, now I'm ready to get my
he
Scorpion.
hasn't been in a movie yet, right? Scorpion.
No.
Yes.
Okay. He
Well,
Yes.
okay,
has. Which one?
he's in the post-credit for Homecoming, but he's also there's a
Oh,
variant of him in Into the Spider-Verse.
oh, is that when you
Mark
said
Gagin.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah.
the
Michael
Yes.
Mondo.
Yes.
yeah.
He's great. I love him.
He's great in Better Call Saul,
Yep.
he's
Yes.
great
He's so good
in
in Better
Far
Call
Cry
Saul.
3, he's great in Orphan Black, everything
Yeah.
he's in, he's
Oh, he's in
perfect.
Orphan Black. I gotta watch more of that.
Yeah, he's, Sarah's drug dealing boyfriend.
Okay. Yeah. I really like him. I loved him in Better Call Saul. So, yeah, I would like to see him do more.
Yeah. They never showed Franklin in any of the trailers, right?
I
For
don't
this movie?
I don't think
No,
so.
but they released a Funko Pop, and Sue's holding the baby. Besides that, no, there's no baby in the trailer, and you only really get the footstep of Galactus. There's no Silver Surfer, I don't think, in any of the trailers.
Oh, there was. There I
Was there?
mean, the whole, like, "I herald your blah, 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 I herald your"
Mm.
and then I herald
Oh, no, you're right.
Galactus. Yeah. Because when I saw the movie and saw Franklin, I was like, "Oh, shit." And then when I saw Doctor Doom and Franklin, I was like, "Oh, shit," because one of Franklin's powers is
Those are my exact words.
he can create, like, actual pocket universes, and, like, he's, like, to your point, Phoebe, he's just, like, ridiculously powerful.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
It
he's God with a capital G. He just can hold his hand up and unscrew the sun like it's a light bulb, and Reed will go, "That's not how science works." "Eh, shut up, dad."
yeah,
That's how I will go too.
I think there's a comic where Galactus, I think Galactus fights 4 of the Celestials, and then he kills 1, and then the other 3 merge, or the other 3 merge with the dead one, and then to form, like, a super Celestial, and then they kill Galactus, and then that's the one where Franklin Richards resurrects him as his herald, and then Galactus, like, wipes the floor with the super Celestial or something, that's how
Yeah, mad
crazy
celestial
powerful.
stuff.
Yeah, that's how crazy powerful Franklin is. So that's kind of why when I saw Doctor Doom plus him, I was like, oh shit, what are they gonna do with Doctor Doom and like Franklin? Because Doctor Doom's like also a grade A manipulator and
He
everything.
will make Valeria.
Oh yeah, Valeria's be awesome. Valeria's his sister,
Okay.
or ends up being his sister.
Yeah. I don't know. I like what you're saying about like the Celestials and fighting Galactus and all that. I think my issue with things like that when comic book movies go full comic book is I don't need it to be realistic, but I need it to be grounded.
Right.
I just there's only so much fantasticalness that I can
What,
accept.
you don't like the reference to the wizard that shows up so that way we can get Bentley 23 as part of the Future
I
Foundation?
don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Oh, the Future Foundation. That was such a cool add-in.
But you were asked, sorry, Phoebe, were you asking about if they showed the baby in the preview, or did you ask George? What was that? We
I
were
think
talking
I was
about
the one
that.
that asked
Okay.
because
What was,
I didn't remember seeing Franklin,
okay.
Yeah,
and that kind of
Franklin's not in the
surprised me.
trailers.
So I was avoiding the trailers, and I want to say it was Prof G on what's that
Pivot.
on Pivot said something about Sue Storm being pregnant in the movie. I was like, God damn it! Like, what's her name? Kara Swisher spoiled Supergirl at the end of Superman. Um, I was like, God damn it! Now I know something about the movie. I was like going to see it later that day, but she's pregnant like right off the bat, pretty much. So it ended up not being that big a deal. I wasn't expecting the baby to be born in the middle of the movie like that. So
No!
yeah, everything.
And in that situation where they're using the gravity of the black hole to try and stabilize the birth, like, that was amazing.
It was cool. It was a little hard for me to accept. Because I guess more the issue more to me was how they were like accelerating in the spaceship, but not being like pulled to the back of it by the acceleration of the spaceship. But whatever. It was intense enough and didn't go on so long that it was bothering me. So I kind of covered that where some of it was a little too fantastical, but for the most part, I was enjoying myself enough to just roll with it. I think I'm going to have a lot of little nits to pick when we dig
Well,
into it
yeah,
more deeply
of course,
later
it's a
on.
fantastical movie.
Right.
4 times the
It
fantastical.
does have at least 4 times. Oh, I so when the original plan was to teleport the Earth. I thought that was dumb. I'm so glad that that didn't work. 'Cause
Yeah, the Chekhov's bridge that doesn't go anywhere. It's really nice that sometimes a Chekhov's gun, even when it's fired, misses.
this was more like Chekhov's arsenal, and like most of the guns broke. They had one left, and they had to do something different with it. But I didn't. Yeah, I was just like, they're just going to teleport the Earth somewhere else and hope that the orbit stabilizes.
Oh,
And
yeah, that would completely screw up with the all the planets in the Milky Way, would screw up the gravity of the Milky Way, would
what
screw up
about the
all
what
of the
about the
galaxies
moon?
around it.
Now we don't have any more moon, which means no more tides. Like,
Nope.
You're acting like you've never jumped into hyperspace without calculating the coordinates first.
I apologize. I don't know what to say about that.
Well, I mean, I think in the comic books they use something called the ultimate nullifier or something
That is
to fight.
correct.
Yeah, to fight. So I don't know. I'll probably pick that for that an attempt to teleport the Earth that failed over like this dinky gun that just magically.
Oh, was
Uh,
it?
It's something that can it let's see if I can remember this correctly. It does what the name says, it ultimately nullifies. It's pretty much the
yep.
universe wiper, like, "Okay, if you wanna eat this planet, there are now no more planets or stars or anything."
Yikes.
And Galactus just pieces out. Because sometimes you can actually debate with Galactus, he's smart enough, he doesn't exactly look down on humans in the comics, right, George? Like,
I think
sometimes
he
he
just
just
doesn't
hangs
care.
out and will
Like,
be on Earth
do
just
you
to
care about
be
an
on
ant?
Earth and see how everybody's doing and decide to eat a non-inhabited planet.
Earth is special.
Well, it has to be. Did you guys also think it was about fucking time that they gave Jack Kirby some credit?
I love that post-credit quote,
Right?
and then seeing his birthday
Yeah.
broke me.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. And like, I'm a guy who knows almost nothing about comics, like I've said, but I know that Jack Kirby, at the very least, co-invented most of the characters that are in the MCU, and it seems like Stan Lee gets all the credit. And I don't mean to take away from Stan Lee, but I feel like Jack Kirby doesn't get his due.
Yeah, and making this Earth 828 and then finding out why it's Earth 828. Oh,
It's 868, isn't it? Oh no, it's 828. You're right. I wrote down 828, and then I wrote down 868. Um, yeah. So that's just Jack Kirby's birthday, 828, 8/28, 1917. But that was cool. Yeah, with the quote, "If you look at my characters, you will find me. No matter what kind of character you create or assume, a little of yourself must remain there." And then, yeah, they show his birthday and they show it collapsed down to the
that's with all
828.
writers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But he's the one who said it.
That's such a great quote.
Yeah.
It's hard not putting yourself into your art because it's a reflection of who you are.
I mean, you pretty much said it. I don't think you can make art and not have it be somewhat a reflection of yourself. I don't know. I
That's
mean,
why
I
it's hard
guess,
to put it out there.
yeah, that's a great point. I had one more thing, and if you guys have more, please chime in. But this is not really my thing. I was discussing it on the Discord with MT, and he didn't see it yet, but he was asking me some questions. Did ask me some questions about it, and I was trying to not spoil it. And then he was like, "Go ahead and spoil it." And so we were talking. And then he said that he informed me that, and I've double checked this, that Red Ghost was going to be in it, and it was played by
Yeah, John
yeah, it was
Malkovich.
played by John Malkovich. And the only thing that remains, and did they even say Red Ghost? Because
Say Red Ghost a few times because they
okay,
reference him in some type of radio thing or something, but then they actually in that 60s cartoon intro, that's the post credit, they do say that Red Ghost is attacking, and they even have Gargoyle, who is his sidekick in the comics, doing
oh
stuff.
okay, they cut all the scenes for time, and it was reduced to a single screen capture in a newsreel montage. Um,
To be honest, I don't know if it was needed.
exactly, I was going to say the exact same thing. Like it is too bad, but I feel like another character and another plot line might have been too much. I don't think it would have ruined the movie for me, but they kept it under 2 hours, and I think that was the right call. So, and his thing was super apes apparently, and I remember something about there being apes, and supposedly there
Oh
was a
yeah, yeah.
line. Supposedly there was a line in that kind of exposition dump where they're like, "Let's recap what what our superheroes have been up to." Supposedly there was a line in there where they said that they defeated Red Ghost and his super apes, and I think that was it. I don't remember seeing
That's
him at
that's
all.
that scene where Reed Richards was like doing his rubber banding thing, and he kicked that ape off the bridge or something.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then I feel like if they did have him in there, I think it was something. It was supposed to happen something in the middle of the movie. They were supposed to fight him or whatever. I think it would have been weird that they brought back Mole Man for the end, but then they don't bring him back. Like I don't know. I think it just would have. I think I think they made the right call. I think it would have
See, in the
messed
moment
up.
thing makes sense
Right.
because that's them emptying the final arena.
Yes. And I had the other thing I thought of. Another reason why maybe they cut him out is I guess his one of his powers is that he can turn intangible at will. Is that correct?
Don't remember.
I don't know. I just
Yeah, that's not something
that's
I
what I
know about.
read. And so I was thinking that's kind of redundant because that's what Silver Surfer can do as well. So maybe they didn't need two intangible kind of villains in this movie. But that's pretty much all my notes on it. Anybody else have anything else?
I can't think of anything right now.
Okay.
I hope it holds up when we finally rewatch it.
I think it will because a lot of the jokes aren't connected to modern pulp culture
Hmm.
because it's such a 60s based movie.
And not all shock value jokes.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about the same thing here.
Are you talking about Deadpool and Wolverine?
Well, listen,
Yes.
I loved Deadpool and Wolverine. I love every Deadpool movie, but I also accept that half of those jokes aren't probably going to hold up.
Right. Yeah, I think I could see it. I could see a situation where maybe I like it a little bit better, or maybe I like it a little bit worse, but I don't think it's gonna fall way down for me. But I guess time will tell. So Phoebe, on our show, normally for a full episode, we talk about what tier we think it falls in and what rank we would put it in our list. What I want to do is just kind of come up with a tentative tier and potentially a rank. I know where I would put it right now if I had to rank it. I guess we'll put it that way. But with the tiers, we go um, S through F. Since we're just talking, we don't normally S would have to be unanimous. But since we're just bullshitting, if you thought it was S tier, I wouldn't argue with you.
What did I say Deadpool and Wolverine was when we first watched it? I think it was A.
You loved it. The thing I
I
remember
did love
most,
it a lot.
the wild thing that I remember you saying was that the fight at the beginning was better than the elevator fight in Captain America and Winter Soldier, and I was just like, "You're insane." That's
I think it's
that
because I
is.
like that song.
Yeah. George, do you want to go first with a tier?
Oh, wow.
Wait. What was
Boy.
that in regards to?
Civil War is an S, but Winter Soldier is an A.
I mean, do you disagree?
I would put Winter Soldier. I think Winter Soldier honestly is my favorite MCU movie,
Really?
but it's also the only Metal Gear Solid movie I'm ever gonna get.
That's,
3 and that but that was a very, very, very close one.
yeah,
When we
yeah.
were I remember talking about that.
And I think we struggled with whether it was A or S tier, and I think what it came down to is there was too many like gaps in time and in the plot or whatever to like which while you're watching it the first few times you don't even think about, but upon multiple rewatches, there's a few issues here. We can't quite make it an S tier, but it is.
I do like that Quantum Mania is an F tier. You guys didn't decide to put a G tier in for that.
I mean, if they make
We
a fourth
almost
Ant-Man
did.
movie, we might have to. Yeah,
Oh, that was such a that was such that
That was a
was
movie.
it was a
that was
movie.
quite the yeah, that was quite a movie.
Yeah. Um.
Uh,
So, anyways, George, do you want to go first on the tiers,
on where I
or
think
I
it
can?
might land.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, since you liked it so much, I mean, I guess I can.
I go
Since
first. I don't care.
let's since I'll go first, and then 'cause I'm curious. I don't want to. I don't want mine. I don't want to change my mind in the middle of yours. I do. I think mine's is it lands right between Iron Man and Captain America: The First Avenger. I'm
I
torn
got to
between it being in the A tier or plus tier.
say right between Iron Man. Okay, okay, I get that. So, all right. So you're saying probably A or B, low A, high B. And you're saying, so it would be, if you had to rank it, you would make it number 8 and you don't know if it would be A or B.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Phoebe, are you ready or you want me to go?
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I would put the square in the middle of the B tier, like right in between Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Thor Ragnarok,
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2
which
and Thor
is
Ragnarok.
really
Okay.
funny
So like
because,
13. Okay.
like I said, when I first saw those trailers, that was not where I thought I was going to put it. I was thinking it was probably going to be a D for
It
me,
could
but
have easily
I
been.
was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, and I realized I forgot to do the Rotten Tomato scores, but I don't have them in front of me, so it doesn't matter. They're decent, I think. I think it's easily B tier. It's not S. I'm not that crazy. But I would, it's potentially A tier, but I think it's probably B. And if I had to place it in the rank today, I'd say around Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is currently number 11. But whether or not it's high, above or below, I don't know. I would, I don't know. I might go above. I'm not sure. So slightly higher than you, George, but not that much higher. Actually, no,
No, I went higher.
you went higher. Yeah, you were higher
Yeah.
than me. That's crazy.
I guess I did enjoy
Guess
this
you
more
didn't.
than
Yeah,
I thought.
yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens on rewatch. So actually, this is pretty close grouping amongst the three of us. I said 11, you said 8, and Phoebe said 13. So
Want to know the Rotten Tomato scores?
yeah, sure.
86% from verified reviewed. No, 86% on the tomato meter, 92% on the popometer.
That's the
Oh,
audience.
verified ratings. Yeah.
That's the audience one.
Yeah.
What about
So
verified?
92%.
What about verified critics or top critics? They probably hated it.
Oh, I don't know where you see that.
If you click on the,
The 86%.
let me see. I'll find it.
Oh.
I know how to do it, but
Oh, top critics 78%.
yeah, that's how it usually goes. Okay. I mean, I feel like 92 is a little on the high side. 86 sounds about right, and 78 a little low. So
Well, it's just the popcorn, that's the audience. I
right.
mean, we're thinking about the people who have seen so many of these movies by now,
Right.
need that breath of fresh air after the formula so many times, but have also dealt with 3 other Fantastic Four movies.
Yes. Well, the other thing, the thing with the Rotten Tomatoes or any kind of movie scoring in general is a lot of people watch it one time in the theater and they go 4 stars or 5 stars, whatever, and they don't think about it again. And for us, we sometimes force ourselves to rewatch things multiple times, but usually we watch them several times willingly and try to put a little more thought into it other than like, I had a good time. Although I kind of said that about, well, granted, I only saw Superman once, but I was kind of like, I didn't have a good time.
See, I had a fantastic
It
time.
was okay. It was an
Same.
okay time. So I do have, if you guys got some more time, I do have a quiz I put together for you to play.
How dare you take our shtick?
Oh, we've been doing this. I don't know if we've done this from the start, to be honest. We always did. So for the regular MCU movie ones, we do Trivial Pursuit poker kind of thing.
Okay.
But then I can't do Trivial Pursuit. Well, we could have for this, but for the ones that are MCU adjacent, it doesn't make sense to do Infinity Saga Trivial Pursuit for that. So I will usually make a quiz for George, and I try to make it humiliating for him. Sometimes it
Not
works,
hard.
sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, you can't humiliate me.
So I'm trying to think. The first one we did where I had a quiz was October of 24 when we did. Actually, it was slightly before that because we recorded before that. So we probably started at around the same time. Wasn't that around when your podcast started?
We started a thing in February of last year.
February of last year. Okay, I thought you just did a year just now. Oh,
Let me
that's
double
just
check.
because your
Maybe
podcast
crazy.
your podcast.
Let's rephrase. I definitely am crazy, but let's check if I'm
I also
crazier than we
neglected to think
think.
about the fact that you post episodes like 3 months after you recorded them. So,
I'm trying to catch us up.
anyways, uh,
I've even started bringing my laptop to work so that way on my breaks I can actually work on stuff.
Anyways, but everybody loves trivia, so this is the Fantastic Four quiz with four in quotes because the answer will be the title of a movie, and the title of the movie will have FOUR in the title in that order. It will have four in the title, not the number four, not the Roman numeral four. Okay, so like John Wick Chapter 4 doesn't count, right? Because that's the number four. Thank you. Got a coffee delivery. That's my coffee delivery lady.
You drink coffee at 3?
It's
Doesn't that keep
decaf.
you up?
It's decaf. Can you close the
I
door,
forgot who I was
please?
talking to.
God, that even sounded like
Oh,
a good
sorry.
coffee
Thank you.
sip. Now I want a coffee.
Okay. So, yeah. So all the answers will have four in the title, as in spelled out FOUR, no other way. So we'll do a practice round. And do you guys want to take turns, or you want to like say your name to chime in? Or, like chime in?
Entirely up to George.
Hmm. No.
I'm fine just buzzing.
Okay. Let's do
I'm
the
fine
chime
just
in.
cutting in. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. So say your name, and then I'll stop, and then you can have an answer. Sorry. Practice round. This movie with the word "for" in the title is from 2025 and is another attempt, successful in my opinion, to reboot a comic book superhero franchise. In which a Phoebe?
I'm not sure. This is really tricky. Um, Fantastic Four first steps.
I need the full title of the movie. I need the full title of the movie.
The Fantastic Four, the first steps
Oh,
of Galactus.
oh, you almost had it. It's the Fantastic Four first steps. Yeah. So, everybody, you got it? Everybody's good?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, here we go. There's eight. I have eight of them here. This is the first one. This movie with the word "for" in the title is from 2005, in which a team of superhuman astronauts fend off one of the smartest and most dangerous villains in the Marvel universe.
Oh, for God's
Fantastic
sake.
Four.
George, you got to say your name.
George, Fantastic Four?
I need the full name. Is that what you're going with?
Oh, I guess the Fantastic Four?
Which one are you going with, George?
The Fantastic Four.
I'm sorry, it's Fantastic Four. There's no the.
Yes.
Our next movie with the word "for" in the title is a 1994 British romantic comedy starring Hugh Grant and Andy McDowell, in which a certain number of nuptials and a single bereavement are of importance.
Ooh. 4 weddings and a
Phoebe?
few.
You got to say your name, Phoebe.
Sorry.
Phoebe. Oh, four men and a baby?
That is incorrect. George, do you have a guess?
Dang it! I had it on. And I totally blanked just now on what that thought. Was it 4 weddings and a funeral?
It is four weddings and a funeral. All right, 1 point for George. I should have let Phoebe guess on the other one after you got it wrong by saying the. Next up, this 1989 war drama centers around Sergeant Ron Kovic's life from childhood through his military service, in which he was paralyzed in the Vietnam War.
George.
George, go
Born on
ahead.
the 4th of July?
It is Born on the 4th of July. Phoebe,
I
maybe
don't think I've ever
you're too
watched
young
that.
for that one.
Yeah,
I
I was
haven't
gonna say,
watched it either, but
flew right over my head.
That's Tom Cruise's movie, right?
yeah. That was one of the hints if I had to keep going. This movie with the word "for" in the title is from 2007, in which a team of superhuman astronauts fend off a planet-eating cosmic being from planet Earth.
Phoebe.
Go ahead, Phoebe.
What is Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer?
That is correct, although you don't need to put it in the form of a question, which I kept not doing on your show. So we got George with 2, Phoebe with 1. We have a few more. I scrolled my screen. No, I lost my place. Here we go. Next, we have an American anthology black comedy film from 1995 in which the stories are tied together by the character of a bellhop named Ted at the Hotel Monsignor.
Oh, no, I know this.
and it has 4 in the title.
Feel like
It
I've seen. If I saw the cover of this
yeah,
DVD, I feel like
here's a hint, it's also MCU adjacent in that it stars Tim Roth as the bellhop.
like
Oh, God.
I could see that guy's face on the cover of this.
So, what would be in a hotel that there might be at least 4 of?
Floors?
Phoebe.
Go ahead, Phoebe.
4
4
rooms.
rooms is correct. That ties it up. This movie with the word 4 in the title is from 2015 and attempts to reboot a comic book superhero franchise in which a
Oh, my
group of
God.
intelligent teenagers build a transdimensional portal, causing them to gain superhuman abilities.
Phoebe.
Go ahead, Phoebe.
Fantastic Four.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Yeah, that is correct. It is Fantastic
Oh,
Four,
right.
not the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
The one that nobody
I
liked.
should have drank for this.
What's that?
I should have drank for this.
Quick. It's not too late. the The next movie is a 1974 British swashbuckling movie sequel in which a trio of heroes named after musket wielding soldiers take on an additional team member.
Ooh,
Phoebe.
Go
George.
ahead. Phoebe said it first. I heard Phoebe first.
The Four Musketeers.
The Four Musketeers is correct. Sequel to The Three Musketeers. It's also known as The Four Musketeers: The Revenge of Milady. Milady? I don't know. It looks like Milady, but it's not M apostrophe. It's Milady. I don't know how you pronounce that. Never saw any of that, but I figured that one would be easy to guess. This movie with the word 4 in the title is from 1994, in which a team of superhuman astronauts fend off one of the smartest and most dangerous villains in the
God help
universe.
me.
Oh my
Phoebe.
Go
god.
ahead, Phoebe.
Fantastic Four.
Is that your final guess?
Yes.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. George, do you have a guess?
The Fantastic Four?
The Fantastic Four is correct.
This is the dumbest. This is a punishment I give to
I
TB.
figured that you would enjoy this.
This
I
is
was
great.
inspired by you guys a little bit. Um,
Hey, George shouldn't get that last one
why shouldn't George get that last one?
because you didn't get Phoebe the chance to answer the other one that George biffed on.
Did you
No,
hear that?
that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, George agrees. So scratch one off for
Thought
George.
she was always on my side.
You fucked a nerd.
uh, that's funny. So that was my 8 questions. I have 2 bonus ones, or else we can stop.
Well,
That's what,
are we tied?
No, George has 2 and you have 4. So
like
this
4.
would give George
This
this would
only
give George
gives me an
the
opportunity to
chance.
catch up if I
Right,
get it.
right.
I want to hear the bonuses.
Okay, these are hard.
You can't
hear
do
it.
any more Fantastic Four, so we're good.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has seen this, but you might be able to guess it. I'll try to give very contextual clues here. It's a 2010 erotic thriller, the 4th in a series of movies that kicked off in 1998. You won't know anyone in this movie, but if you can guess the series, I think you'll come up with the title. The first movie in the series was from 1998, starred Kevin Bacon, Matt Dillon, Nev Campbell, and Denise Richards. Erotic thriller.
Oh,
There was a 4 in the title?
So in the original one, I'm making you guess the original one because if you can figure out that, I think you'll be able to guess what the 4th one might be called.
well, you said well, you said Kevin Bacon, so my brain automatically goes to Tremors, but it's not.
The erotic thriller Tremors.
I don't know. They're very phallic shaped.
I know the title that it eventually had.
What title are you thinking?
Wild Things?
Okay, so if it was a sequel to Wild Things and it's the 4th one, what might you call that? If it's
Phoebe.
Go ahead, Phoebe.
Oh no, I think I lost one. Oh.
Wilder things.
That would be a good second one. You guys give up?
You lost Phoebe.
Uh-oh. Oh, was she still guessing? Maybe she
Oh,
was
there she
still
is.
guessing. All right. Did you have a
Oh,
guess, Phoebe?
hello. Wild Things 4?
There you are.
Wow, you're very close.
Wild Things
To
Quattro.
be I was gonna say, to be fair, my original guess before you started saying the things with the actors was gonna be Fantastic Four, so
That's a different erotic thriller. It's Wild Things for Some. Wild Things for Some.
beautiful.
Kind of want to watch it now, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, just for fun, if you want the last one, I don't think anybody's seen this either. It's a comedy drama from 2021 in which a brick of weed is found in an elementary school classroom, and basically the parents smoke it, and hilarity ensues, and presumably some drama as well. I have not seen this. I just was
I was
going
gonna say,
off.
that's not 4 Christmases.
No, oh, that would have been a good one. I didn't see that one actually. But what might a movie about parents smoking weed in an elementary classroom might be called? That has the word "for" in the title, or as part of a word in the title.
4 Tokes.
Think more, think more school, and less weed. This is why these are bonus questions. It's fourth grade.
What?
Fourth grade is the name of the movie. So
I
Phoebe
definitely did not
wins.
see that.
Oh, the Bo Burnham one.
Is that Bo Burnham? Now I kind of want to
I
watch
think
it.
that's Bo Burnham.
Okay, I would
Really?
watch it if it's Bo Burnham.
He did a school
All
movie,
right,
so I
hold
think
on.
that might be it.
Now I want to know. Fourth grade movie. It's got William Baldwin in it.
No, what's the one
Mena
I'm thinking
Suvari.
of? It might be 6th grade is his movie.
Oh, I've seen sixth grade. That was okay. That was a totally different movie.
8th grade.
Or
8th
that,
grade
yeah,
is
that,
his
sorry, that's the
movie.
movie. He's the dad in that, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay. That should have popped in my mind when you said Bo Burnham, actually. Anyways, okay, so Phoebe wins. Good job. That's it for Fantastic Four, the Fantastic Four first steps.
So what do I win 4 of?
I have 4 pats on the back.
Hell yeah.
There you go. I want to say thank you to the Let's Play Princess, Phoebe, for joining us. Did you want to tell people about your show, which they should be listening to, because especially if you like games on podcasts, because you got you and your co-host TB do fun games all the time. I'll let you tell the audience.
Yeah, so my friend Teacher Bloke 85 and I do a podcast called Nerds of Broadcast. You can find it on any of your podcast services. We divide the show normally into 3 different sections. The first is what we've been up to in our week in nerdom, our comics read, TV shows watched, etc. Then one of us will quiz the other one in some sort of pulp culture challenge. And then the last act of the show is just a random topic, like our favorite album covers or our favorite. The one that we just recorded was sequels that took a very long time to come out and were worth the wait. And every 5 episodes, we tell the points of our little quizzes, and whoever lost gets punished.
It's usually an amusing punishment.
Yeah. Go watch Cool World.
I feel like that's not even that bad.
I thought it was bad.
Oh no,
It was a triple-
it's a bad movie. I'm just talking about in terms of the punishments I've seen you dish out. That one's on the easier side.
Yeah, but that was a triple feature. He had to watch Cool World, Food Fight, and Joshua and the Promised Land.
Joshua and the
which
Promised
was
Land.
definitely
Promised
the
Land
worst
is-
one
yeah,
on that list.
That's exactly what popped in my head when you said punishment. So I'll put links in the show notes here for people to find your show easily, and absolutely you should check that out. Next for George and I will be George's Series 2 pick, Limitless. Then we should be doing Thunderbolts if it hits Disney Plus soon enough, or else we'll do another Series 2. If you want to contact us, you can email us at absolutelythebestpodcast@gmail.com. You can join our Discord. There's a link in the show notes, and we have links there to our socials and a couple ways that you can also help support the show. There's a Patreon where we do post things early and some little exclusive bits as well. And I should point out that there is a a 1 week free trial if you want to do that, and you can just listen to everything for free and quit. Also, I've been known to hand out some extended free trials to people on Discord who provide good input. So there's that too. One more reason to get on the Discord. If you want to help us out, though, the best thing you can do is to leave us a review. Please help us spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell your humanoid experimental robot B-type integrated electronics, and tell your friends humanoid experimental robot B-type integrated electronics. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.
Bye.
Everyone.
Absolutely the Best Podcast is a production of Audio Johnny, a subsidy of Corporation Johnny. Corporation Johnny. If it exists, we own it.
Thanks so much, Phoebe.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was fun. I want to have you on again for something. We'll make something else work when we do. We're going to start doing the Alien. I'm calling it the AVPCU, Alien vs.
The what?
The AVPCU, the Alien vs. Predator cinematic universe. So we'll do all the Aliens and Predator movies and the 2 Alien vs. Predator movies.
Oh God.
But then we can do AVPCU adjacent. So there's a lot of opportunity there. But what was I gonna say? We usually bullshit for a bit after, but there's nothing else that we've really been watching, I don't think.
There's a lot of Lance Henriksen movies.
Oh, in Alien, yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Lance Henriksen connected universe, something like that. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, normally we would talk about something, but I'm just waiting on season 2 of Peacemaker, and I think that's at the end of the month, and then Alien Earth starts up in a couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Alien Earth, but I haven't used the Hulu in a bit.
Oh, I just do the Hulu Disney Plus Max subscription because
Yeah, but so our Disney Plus was paid for by a former roommate, and we still have the password.
nice. Okay.
And I know the workaround for getting through the password sharing with Netflix. I haven't checked with Disney Plus or Hulu yet.
Well, anyways, yeah, I guess that's it. I want to talk to George real quick about scheduling, and you're welcome to hang out for that if you want, but it's just gonna be boring talking dates. But if you want to hang out, please feel free.
Yeah, I've been up for 20 hours.
Oh my God, go to bed.
So I was gonna say, yeah, so sleep sounds
All right.
really good right
Well, good night and sweet dreams. And I'm sure I'll talk to you soon. And I think we're probably both going to be on Games of Mom Found soon.
now. Are we?
Probably. Let's see. Are you doing? He's got me on something.
I'm on Donnie Darko.
I'm not.
should be
The Scott
Darko.
Pilgrim comic
I'm not on that.
and Oxenfree.
Okay, I guess not. I'm doing Fifth Element, but he hasn't even scheduled that. So
How am I not on Fifth
maybe you
Element?
are. I think he has not even scheduled it yet. He DM'd me and he was like, "Do you want to do Fifth Element?" I was like, "I didn't even see you put that in there."
It's a Blu-ray on my
Yeah.
shelf. I fucking love that movie.
He hasn't put out a thing yet, so maybe that's why. I think I
Open
just
Dallas
said before.
Multipass.
I think I told him before that I had to do it or whatever. If he was
Where
going
Luc
to do
Besson met his wife.
it, is
Third
it?
wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a much better movie than Lucy, that's for sure. But so I'm doing that one. I'm doing something with him with Colby on Tuesday. Limbo, and I feel like there's another. I apparently said I wanted to do the next. What are you playing? And he remembered, and I was like, yeah, I guess I could do that. Sure, I could do that too. But when I say gotta, I mean get to, because that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And Colby's gonna have me at some point because I guess
Well,
Bonzo's gonna be a more prominent
Nice.
character.
nice. I would say you've been on it already a couple of times, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm a voice actress.
Almost.
It's like I do a little bit of everything.
That's that's the way to do it. Okay. Well, I will bid you good night, my lady, and talk to you soon.
George, saluting, but
hang out.
nobody can see me.
I saluted you back.
I appreciate the salute.
What do you want the file
Oh.
as, an MP3 away?
Whatever's easiest for you. I probably won't even need it, but I like to have it just in case, because what's been happening the whole time is Riverside's been uploading the audio. So I meant to actually say, can you leave your browser tab open for like 5 minutes so it finishes uploading? Because if you close it right away, it's going to yell at me and be like, it didn't finish uploading. Tell them to open their browser again.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay, cool. All right. I will talk to you soon. All right. Bye.
So do I just hit like leave, but keep it open?
Yeah, I think that works. Actually, I haven't tried doing that before.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just hit leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that, and then I'll send you the MP3 as a Google Drive link.
Sounds good. And if you just want to go to bed, I understand. That can wait till tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Cool.
Nice meeting you, George.
Hi, Phoebe. Nice meeting you too.